This past week in football has been nothing short of explosive. From chaos in the League's Cup final to Neymar being linked with a billionaire's inheritance, Daniel Levy stepping away from Tottenham after decades in charge, eye-watering World Cup 2026 ticket prices, transfer rumors surrounding Raheem Sterling, and Lionel Messi's emotional announcement. There's a lot to unpack. Let's dive in. League's Cup final chaos in Seattle. The 2025 League's Cup final should have been remembered for Seattle Sounders' emphatic 3-0 victory over Inter Miami, but instead it will be remembered for the ugly scenes that followed the final whistle. Seattle lifted the trophy in front of a sold-out Lumen Field, with chants echoing through the night. Yet as players shook hands, tempers flared. Cameras caught Luis Suárez spitting toward a member of the Sounders' backroom staff, an act he later apologized for in a statement. His apology came quickly, but many are calling for a lengthy suspension given his past disciplinary history. It didn't end there. Sergio Busquets was seen throwing what appeared to be a punch during the melee, and though Inter Miami has kept quiet so far, the league's disciplinary committee is reviewing footage. And then, of course, there was Lionel Messi. A claim surfaced online that during the scuffle, Messi told an opponent he would never be in the national team. The phrase spread quickly on social media, but as of now, no reputable outlet has confirmed it. Whether it was a heat-of-the-moment comment or simply online exaggeration, it added another layer of controversy to an already chaotic night. For Miami, it was a bitter way to end what should have been a marquee showcase. For Seattle, it was a night of celebration overshadowed by headlines no champion wants tied to their moment of glory. Neymar and the billionaire's will. From the pitch to Brazil, Neymar's name has been linked to one of the most unusual stories of the week. According to multiple reports, a wealthy businessman in Rio Grande do Sul filed a will naming Neymar as his sole heir. Early estimates suggest the estate could be worth hundreds of millions, with some speculation stretching toward the billion-dollar mark. Now, let's clarify. This isn't money Neymar suddenly has in his account. It's a will. Courts would still have to validate the document, and heirs can contest it. But it highlights the unique place Neymar holds in Brazilian culture, not just as a footballer, but as an idol. It's not the first time something like this has happened. Back in 2023, a Brazilian fan left all his possessions to Neymar in a legal filing. That story went viral at the time, too, although the value was a fraction of what's being reported today. What this new report shows, however, is just how deeply Neymar resonates with people in Brazil, to the point where strangers are willing to tie their life's fortunes to him. Whether or not this inheritance ever reaches him, it adds to the long list of surreal headlines surrounding the superstar. Daniel Levy steps down at Tottenham. Meanwhile, in North London, a seismic shift in leadership has shaken Tottenham Hotspur. Daniel Levy, who has been the face of Spurs' boardroom for nearly 25 years, has stepped down as executive chairman. For fans, Levy has always been a polarizing figure. Some credit him with overseeing the building of Tottenham's stunning new stadium and keeping the club financially stable. Others criticize his cautious transfer dealings and reluctance to fully back managers when the club seemed on the cusp of silverware. His departure doesn't mean Spurs are changing ownership. ENIC still holds the reins. But the club has announced a new structure, with Vinay Venkatesham, formerly of Arsenal, stepping in as CEO, and a non-executive chair taking Levy's place. It's the end of an era, and no matter how you view Levy, his time defined Tottenham's modern history. Fans are now left wondering whether the next chapter brings long-awaited trophies or more frustration. World Cup 2026 ticket prices. Now let's talk about something every football fan cares about: getting into the World Cup. FIFA has released the first wave of ticket pricing for the 2026 World Cup, hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And let's just say, prepare your wallets. Group stage tickets are set to start at around $60. Not bad, right? But the final? The initial price is being floated at more than $6,700, and that's before we even consider dynamic pricing. Yes, FIFA has confirmed that tickets will be subject to demand-based pricing, which means costs could rise significantly as games sell out. The Visa presale draw opens September 10th and runs until September 19th, 2025. giving cardholders the first crack at tickets. For most fans, it will feel like entering a lottery with sky-high demand expected, especially for matches featuring big nations like Argentina, Brazil, and the U.S. national team. For many supporters, these prices have sparked frustration, reigniting debates about accessibility and whether FIFA is prioritizing profit over the atmosphere that only passionate fans can bring. Raheem Sterling linked to Saudi Arabia. Back in England, speculation continues over Raheem Sterling's future. With the Saudi Pro League's transfer window still open until September 23rd, several clubs are reportedly interested in luring the winger. But here's the twist. Multiple reports suggest Sterling himself isn't keen on the move. At 30, he is said to prefer staying in London, with family and personal reasons keeping him rooted in the city. His camp believes it might make more sense to wait until January, when European clubs could re-enter the picture. That hasn't stopped the rumors, though. With Saudi clubs offering huge wages, the speculation isn't going away anytime soon. Whether Sterling makes the leap now or holds off, his next move could define the later stages of his career. Messi's emotional last home qualifier. And finally, Lionel Messi gave Argentina fans an emotional moment this week. In a 3-0 win over Venezuela, Messi scored twice, lifting the stadium to its feet in what he later revealed was his final home World Cup qualifier. He emphasized this wasn't a retirement announcement. He still intends to play away qualifiers and lead Argentina into the World Cup. But for fans in Buenos Aires, it was a farewell of sorts. The last time they'd see their captain play a competitive qualifier on home soil. The crowd's response said it all. Chants, tears, flags waving. It was the kind of moment that reminded everyone of what Messi means to his country. Not just as a footballer, but as a symbol of an era. Closing thoughts. So, to sum it all up, a chaotic cup final leaves Inter Miami facing disciplinary fallout. Neymar may or may not inherit a fortune from a fan-turned-benefactor. Daniel Levy ends an era at Tottenham. FIFA stuns fans with World Cup ticket prices. Raheem Sterling weighs his next move carefully, and Messi delivers one last home qualifier gift to Argentina. The question now is what comes next. Will Suárez face a long suspension? Can fans realistically afford 2026 World Cup tickets? And will Sterling stay put or chase new horizons? Football never stops giving us drama, both on and off the pitch.